My eyes hurt so bad today. Forgive me. I don't know what I did. We spent the day out in the sun, and I am tired, and I look a little run down. Great time to show everybody what your skin looks like, right? Hi guys, and welcome to my channel or my Facebook. Today I'm going to be demonstrating what I actually do in a facial skincare and color customization appointment. So it's not a facial that you anticipate when you go to a spa. It is more of a customization to find exactly what you need. So if you want something you have skincare for acne, maybe you need skincare for aging, maybe you need a specific skincare and you want to try out some other things before you buy. And then it's gonna help you find the kind of makeup you want. Maybe you want super natural, maybe you barely wear makeup, maybe you want the full glam and you have all of it on, or you want all of it on. That's what the appointment is catered for, is to find you exactly what you so desire and to try before you buy. So when I offer you a free skincare and color customization, it's not some crazy lady trying to take your money. Truth be told, it is my business. Yes, it is how I make money. But I'm going out and I want to help people. I want to help them find what they want. I want to help them find the makeup they want, or how they want to, like, how to do it, how to like what they're doing on their face, how to have good skincare. I have a ton of people in my life that are like, I would do my makeup if I just knew how. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm here for, to help you know what you want to do with your face, literally. So I'll bless you with the appointment. You don't have to buy anything. You can come, enjoy, be pampered, have fun, buy if you like it. Don't buy if you don't. And if you buy it, it's 100% back guarantee. So that means if you did not like your product, say it didn't work out for you, it wasn't exactly what you wanted, you can come back, trade it for a different product of equal value, or you can get your money back. It is 100% back guarantee, because we know that we want to give you the best service. Like, that's what we're here for. If you need your mascara delivered to you at your kid's soccer game, that's what I'm here for. It's basically so you can have awesome service. If it's delivered to your door, done. If you don't want to exchange money through the hands because it's quarantine right now, then we can do it through Venmo, PayPal, and ProPay. And you can purchase your product and I can deliver it to your door, sanitized and COVID-19 friendly. So the idea is that I give you the service that you need. If you want to see me all the time because you need help with your looks, fine, we'll do it. If you want to barely see me once a year to get your setup, let's do that. It's totally for your needs. I'm not supposed to be this pushy, scary person. It's supposed to be an awesome customer service, and I'm trying to bless people with an awesome customer service, like awesome products, awesome service, and sometimes just a free pampering. Today I'm going to take the veil from your eyes, or cloak from your eyes, and show you what happens in a skincare appointment. So you're not totally freaked out or you're hesitant. This is what happens. This is what you will get. And I'm going to show you exactly how it goes. So I'm barefaced right now, and I'm going to jump in and show you what we're going to do. So there's usually 2 appointments. You can book one, or you can book a weekend of fun. There's a lot of different things you can do. But I'm going to try to smush 2 appointments into one video for you guys to get an idea. So what I would do when you come in is I would say, hey, how are ya? Tell me about yourself. I'll give you a cute little customer card. I'll grab one and show you. I'm gonna give you one of these sheets, and you're going to put in your information for me, all about you, and then the different needs you have for your skin and makeup so I can best serve you. And then there's a backside as well, and we'll continue that together as we go through the appointment. So first off, I'm gonna give you these. You're gonna put your name and information right here, introduce yourself, and we're gonna get started. So if you were doing a virtual appointment, you would go to your sink in your home, preferably somewhere with a mirror, and you would continue this process. If you are in my office, or we're at your home, or we're somewhere where we're doing this facial, then I'm gonna give you a little cloth. I think I actually have 2 right here. Nope, it's 1. It folds out into 4 plies like this, see? So I'm gonna give you a cloth and a spray bottle, and you're going to wet that cloth down. Now, if you already have makeup on, I would give you this oil-free makeup remover. Go like this, and I would pour some onto a cotton pad. This is what I hold my little cotton pads in. So we're gonna take this, spray it on there, and you can remove all your makeup, remove your eye makeup, everything, so we're ready to start with skincare. Then we're gonna take our damp rag, or washcloth. I'm so Wyoming, I say rag. And I'm going to wipe down my face, so my face is wet. I'm wiping off anything that's on it currently. I am freshly out of bed right now, so I've got the crazy hair going on. I pulled it back so you guys can see. And then I'm going to wipe away any oil on my lids. Just wipe down my face. Okay. So now I've got some gunk off my face. See, I can see that gunk. And I'm gonna fold it over and I'm going to get my skincare set out. So there are choices. You can do a anti-aging set. You can do an advanced anti-aging or dry skin set. You can do a botanical effects, more of an essential beauty set, like it's like no nonsense skincare. You can do the clear proof set, which is for acne skin. You can do the naturally set, which is like totally naturally derived. We want naturally, it's for people that really are conscious about the things that are going onto their skin, the things they're consuming, the things they're purchasing. It's super natural, or for somebody with really sensitive skin. All of our products meet the European standards though, so there's over 2,000 things that are removed from like any of our ingredients lists. Like they don't enter our products because our products are that good. We're trying to not have allergens and all kinds of different things inside them. Granted, everyone's different, things can happen, but they are awesome ingredients. So today I'm actually going to show you the one I most commonly demo. This is the Time-Wise 3D set. I'm going to grab the set for combination oily skin. There's a set for normal to dry and combination oily. So I'm going to grab the combination oily set because that is my skin type. I actually really do like the normal to dry set though. I like the creaminess of it. First off, I'm going to start with the Age Minimized 3D 4-in-1 cleanser. This brightens and it cleanses, exfoliates, brightens, and gives you anti-aging benefits. So it's 4-in-1. And I'm going to actually spritz my fingers for this, and then I'm going to apply about a pea size onto my hand. So I've got kind of a fat vegetable pea. I'm gonna spray it again, make sure my fingers are wet, and I'm going to turn that in circular motions onto my face. Sometimes it's a little harder when you're not at a sink because it's not wet enough, so just continue to wet my fingers until I can get the product all around my face. Wow, this one smells really good. I usually use the Time-Wise Repair set, which I have a video on my Facebook and my YouTube channel if you're interested in seeing me demo that set. That set's for advanced aging and dry skin, and I really enjoy that set. But this set is just as good. This is one of the most common sellers, and this one is for moderate signs of aging, like mild to moderate signs of aging. And once you're 25, you begin to age a little bit more. So I'm 26. That means I'm 1 year into aging. Just kidding. I mean, people out there be like, girl, you look 16, shut up. So now that I have this on my face, I'm going to spray my rag down, my washcloth, forgive me, and I'm going to wipe my face off. When I do an appointment with you, it is a guided appointment. So what that means is that you're gonna sit here and I'm going to help you do this. And the purpose for that is that you get to try the products with your own hands. You're not afraid of somebody being in your face, and then you know how to do it when you go home because you've already done it once. So if I did it, if you wanted a one-time spa event, like at a spa where they do it, that's different. But if you're doing it, you can go home and repeat the process because you know exactly what's happening, you know what it does, you know how to do it, and you know how to replicate it every time. One of the things people don't think about is you're supposed to wash your face twice a day. And if you imagine, some people are like, I don't want to do it twice a day, that takes so long. You can really take a short amount of time. When you're at your sink and you're not teaching people how to do this, it's quick, it's fast. And your windshield on your truck or car, I drive a truck, so I'm thinking that. So when you drive your vehicle, you get stuff on your windshield every day, right? You're exposed to those same things every day. Probably not bugs at like 65 miles an hour, but your face is exposed to the same things every day, and your face is your windshield, and you have to cover that. You have to take care of it. The epidermis is the largest organ in the body. So you have to imagine you're taking care of your largest organ. It's a good organ. Also, it's a good organ. Yeah, it's a necessary organ. So when you're using this set, if you ever have any excess, drag it down your neck onto your chest because this area also begins to age faster. So if you imagine washing only your face and not taking care of this area, this is gonna age fast and your face is gonna look gorgeous. I mean, so you kind of want them to pair together. You want them to match. So after I have completed the cleanser, I'm going to go in with the Age Minimized 3D Day Cream. It has SPF 30 in it. This second step is based on morning and night. So you have AM and PM. This has sunscreen in it, and this one has oh wait, no, this one doesn't have retinol in it. My set has retinol in it. This one has your nighttime effects. Your daytime moisturizer also has SPF in it. You can order this without SPF if you believe you have an SPF sensitivity, like if you are known to have reaction to those things. This is a pretty good SPF, but if you know you'll react, I would say I would encourage buying the non-SPF version, which I do have a customer who does that. So because it's daytime, I'm gonna go in with the daytime version. I'm going to open this up and put about this much onto my finger, and I'm going to apply that to my face. And if I want more, I can get more. So the formula of these products is meant to go a long ways. You don't need to go overkill. If you go overkill, you might even feel oily. So you wanna make sure you don't go overkill with it. It lasts a long time. It's meant to even be less than $1 a day that you're spending on your products. So obviously if you consume a lot, it'll go by faster. If you consume less, it'll go by slower. But the actual, like the ratio you're supposed to use is supposed to last by $1 a day. Last off, I'm going to take this is the eye cream. This is the Age Minimized 3D eye cream. And I'm going to apply it to my ring finger. And then once it's on my ring finger like this, I'm going to smush it together with my other finger. And I'm going to apply it under my eyes like this. And I'm gonna feel that bone right there. You can feel your cheekbone. I'll rub it there. And then I'm gonna take any remaining and go under my brow on my brow bone. So you might not notice, but your brow bone and this bone right here actually holds stress sometimes. Like, I don't know if it's true for everybody, but I feel pressure in these areas sometimes. So when I use my set, there's actually an angled metal ball on the end of my eye cream, and I can massage it onto my eyes and under my brows. And it feels so good. I feel like the tension being pushed out of those little muscles there. Okay, so now our skincare set is done. We're done with skincare. And I talked to you like half that time, so it would take half that time to get done. This is the point in the appointment where I would grab your little handy dandy thing. Now, after I have given you a drink, I'm making sure you've got some tea, coffee, whatever you need, and you're sitting here, you might have a mint to suck on. I like to have a mint when I'm doing this, or I make sure I'm pre-toothbrushed because I'm talking in your face and I don't want to smell awful. So once I've made sure you have your drinks, you got everything you need, I'm going to bust these out again. This is your customer profile. This is what I input into my customers app, and I make sure I know your needs, I know when you need them, I know who to call if you have a holiday service. So there's this spot right here where it says, who can I share your product wish list with? This means, say Christmas comes, I can call up this person and be like, hey, just so you know, this is on her wish list. Do you need a quick gift? I'll wrap it, I'll put it at your door, or I'll mail it to you. It'll be totally ready to go, and you'll look like a boss because you have exactly what she wanted. So that's what this area is for. Then I find out what you need. I find out all the things you need. What are you interested in learning more about? Maybe you want to know glam makeup. You want to know on-trend makeup. Maybe you just want to know skincare. Your lips are so dry, you want to know about that. That's what this area is for. So that just helps me help you. Then on the back, so now at this point, I'm going to grab this satin lip set. This set is awesome. Whoops, that's backwards. I'm gonna take the mask slash scrub, and I'm going to apply that to your finger, or my finger. And I've used this a couple times now. So I'm gonna put some on my finger, and I'm gonna apply it on my lips. It's gonna be hard to talk while this is on my lips. And I'm gonna scrub that in little circular motions onto my lips. Wipe my finger off on my cloth. Smudge my lips around my good. And then I'm gonna leave that on there so it can have its like flawless extra effect. So that's gonna moisturize and fix my lips for a minute. So while our lips are sitting and moisturizing and all that good stuff, we're gonna grab our sheet and we're gonna flip it over to the back. Then you're gonna gift up to 15 people what I am serving you today. So if I'm giving you a skincare and color customization, you can gift that to them. If you want a glam appointment gifted to them, you do that. If you want like a facial consultation, you gift that to them. And you put their name here, their number here. I will call them and let them notify that they're gifted at the appointment. They don't have to take it. They can claim it and book, or they can refuse to accept the invitation. And when you put all 15 here, you get a free eyeshadow. Now, if all 15 book, you get an extra prize. Or you can take 5 of those people or more with you to an appointment. Or you can book a skincare party, skincare bar, skincare. That doesn't mean alcohol. It means like bar. Like there's different sections of skincare things to try. It's like a testing party. Or you can have a... there's a lot of things you can book. You can book a weekend, a girls' weekend, where you come over in the morning, we do our skincare, or no, at the nighttime we do our skincare, we look fine. In the morning we come in and do our makeup together, and then at nighttime we do a follow-up where you can try anything else you want to try. So this is where if you book 5 or more women to one of the things I just mentioned, you can shop, you personally, who's filling out the customer card, can shop at 50% off. Then for each extra $40 that someone at your party spends, or your bar, or your whatever, that they spend, you get another $10 off. So say you're purchasing something that's $100, you bring 5 women, you get it at $50. They each buy $40, you get another $10 off, making that product essentially free. So that's worth it if you're interested. If not, you just fill these out, you get a free eyeshadow, good times. Now our mask has been sitting on here for a while as I wrote all those things down, and I'm gonna wipe my mask off now with my washcloth. It tastes really good. That's what most of my clients say. They're like, oh, it tastes so good, I wanna eat it. So now that my lips are nice and fine, I'm going to grab the Satin Lips Shea Butter Balm, and I'm gonna apply that on my lips. This is kind of like a balm or chapstick you can purchase at the store. And you could apply this, keep it in your pocket all day long. Okay, so now my lips are super nice and smooth. And they look like so much more colored. They went from pale to actually having some life in them. So that's the satin lip set. I'm gonna put that away. And now we're gonna go into the color portion of the appointment. Now, if you would just have a skincare and color appointment and you don't smush them both into one appointment, I teach you a 5-minute look that we dash out the door look. Or you can do a glamour appointment and we're gonna glam you up. Like we're gonna go makeup from top to bottom, you're gonna look nice. So, in a dash out the door look, I'm going to take my rings off and I'm gonna grab this primer. I have some mascara on it, so forgive me. This is called the Foundation Primer Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15. So I'm going to put this onto my hand like this, and I'm going to grab my foundation brush, and I'm going to dip into that, and I'm going to apply it in circular motions onto my face. Now, the trick with this is that it still works if you apply with your fingers, but anytime you apply with your fingers, you're actually putting your skin oils onto your face, which can cause your makeup to break down faster. So what you do with this brush helps you not have the extra skin oils to break down onto your face. Yes, I'm applying it onto my hand. My hand is very clean. I just cleaned it. And I'm going to spin that around in circles on my face. When I do it in circles, it makes sure I fill in the pore from 360 degrees. That way I don't just come down, because then the pore is only filled from one direction. If I go up, it's only filled from one direction. When I go 360, I fill it from every direction, and I make sure that my face, my canvas, is flawless for makeup. This is one of my favorite steps because if I had to wear like no makeup at all, or I had a day where I had to get ready really fast, I would make sure my brows and my mascara, or brows, mascara, and eyeshadow, brows, mascara, and eyeliner, one of those alternatives. And then I would make sure I had primer on my face, because the primer gives me this nice flawless look, so even my skin looks better and I don't have to have a foundation or a makeup on to look nice. It just does it for me. And then I feel good even though I have basically no makeup on. So now I have my primer on. Now I would do a CC cream for somebody that's gonna dash out the door. And this is the CC cream in the shade Very Light, or you can choose to use a foundation. This is the foundation in the shade Ivory Neutral 140, and this is the matte foundation. We also offer a luminous foundation. I'm gonna take this foundation and play on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to grab my little brush, and I'm going to apply that in circular motions once again onto my face. Sometimes I do little swipes as well to get the product distributed across my face a little better. I'm gonna drag that onto my what are these called? My jawline. Down my jawline to make sure it's all even and I don't have any lines. That's one of the biggest giveaways, is if you have a line right here and it doesn't match your neck. You want to make sure you drag your makeup down your neck so it looks like it's actually your skin and not just a giant slab of makeup on your face. I'm going to go to my forehead now. I apologize once again as the light is so in and out. That's interesting. Now we're going to do a little bit of brows. So I'm going to grab this Precision Brow Liner. This one is in the shade Dark Blonde. And I usually use the blonde one, but the dark blonde does a little bit better with my dark hair. Also, I have a volumizing brow tint, and I'm going to take that, and I'm just gonna kind of go like this to make sure there's not any ink on the ends. Every time somebody uses this, they actually use a wand. So they'll dip in with a wand like this and use it for their brows, because I wanna make sure that it's sanitary for the next person. So they'll dip in once, use that one, and then if they need to get more, they'll just grab a new wand. So I'm gonna brush out my brows. This kind of helps them stay in place, last a lot longer, and then it makes you have more of a feathered brow look. If you already had really nice thick brows, this is probably, if you need anything at all, this would be what you would need, because it just kind of puts them in place and you're able to shape them how you want to be. I have such fine brows that I have to kind of draw and brush them because they're finicky. They're like a borderline thyroid brow, so they're like half there, you know. All right, so once our brows are looking how we want them to look, then I have my clients take and I take the edge of a little scoop and I pull some of this out and I place it on your finger. This one's my personal one, so I'm just gonna stick my finger right in. And I grab, this is the Mary Kay Cream eyeshadow in the shade Beach Blonde. I'm gonna apply this on my eyelid. So here I would instruct my clients to do the same. They would apply this on their eyelid. And then if I'm doing an actual makeup look, like myself, I usually apply this about 3/4 of the eyelid is how much I usually cover, about 3/4 of the eyelid. And if I'm using it as my only shade, I'll cover probably close to my whole eyelid. With a 5-minute look, typically we would put this on. This is an eye cream color, but it acts as an amazing primer for eyeshadow. So I love to use this as actually an eyeshadow primer. But if we were dashing out the door and we had to run out, we have 5 minutes. We've got our CC cream and our primer on. We got brows. You go as fast as you need to if you don't have to work on your brows to get out because you were blessed with beautiful bushy things. Then don't worry about the brows. You put on the cream eye color, and then you would apply mascara. Now, my clients, when they come in, they apply mascara with a wand. They'll dip into a tube, and then they'll replace it anytime they would need to go back and dip into the tube. That way, you don't ever transfer any bacteria. I'm just going to tell you I'm going to put on the mascara, and then I'm going to show you the further what we would go on to do if you were doing a second appointment. So the first appointment, you would do the skincare, you would find your coloration, so you're going to find the CC cream or foundation that matches your skin, and then you're going to do the brows, cream eye color, and your mascara, and a lip color. Sorry, forgot that. And then that's your dash out the door look. For the second appointment, when you come in and you do the glamour appointment, you would get to use a card. So we have these cards and they come in 3 styles. I also have an eyeshadow palette that you can pick from. So I have these styles right here. We have one suggested for green eyes, and then we have one suggested for blue eyes and one suggested for brown eyes. This also looks great on green eyes. I love this one for green eyes as well. You can mix and match them according to your skin tone, usually helps. Warmer colors look best on people with warm skin tones if you wear gold jewelry more often, and cold colors look better on people that wear silvers more often. If you're neutral, you're blessed and you can usually dabble in both. So you would get to pick one of these cards, and then on the back of each card it has examples to follow. So this teaches you how to apply this makeup look shown. So if you want this holiday look, I got this one in December, it's quite holiday like. So it shows you which shade you're gonna place, how, it gives you instructions to do it. Then when you're with me, I'll give you instructions for if you want a supernatural look, maybe a step above that, or if you want a glam look. I'm gonna help you get the look that you want, not necessarily just this look. Below you see the 3 eyeshadows. You see the blush and the lip color. So this gives you the opportunity to try all these products without actually buying them. And you can be like, oh, I love that lip color, so you purchase the lip color. Maybe you hated the lip color and you want to try something else. You can try something else. So the cool thing is that you get to try and try and try. So I'm here to help you figure out exactly what you want. So in the glamour appointment, the second appointment, you tailor the look for what you want. So you say, I want a natural everyday look. Or you're like, you know what, I'm going on a date tonight, so I'm gonna come over to your house first, or however we're meeting, we're gonna glam you up, so you're gonna do your date night look. And then you're going out on your date and you look awesome, and it was for free. And you got to try products at the same time. Like, this is kind of a win-win situation. You just have to have the boldness to come hang out with me. And that's not supposed to sound creepy. Then I'm going to do a look that I would create if I was doing my glamour appointment. So I have this Pro palette. This is the Mary Kay Pro palette. It's magnetic, and I can put tons of shades in here. So I've got contour, highlight, 2 blushes, and a bunch of the eyeshadow shades. Not quite all of them, but almost all of them. So I'm going to dip into these eyeshadows, and the first thing I would do if it was me personally, I'm going to come back and finish the face after my eyes. I'm going to cover up my eyelid a little bit. So I'm going to go in with our concealer. This is the Perfecting Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. I'm going to apply a little bit onto my lids. I only do this simply because I have a very pale skin, and I have a little blue line right here that I don't like to necessarily see. But sometimes your eyeshadow will cover that anyways. But if you want a very fine, flat canvas for your eyeshadow, this is a great way to do it. So you apply the cream eyeshadow as your You'd apply the cream eyeshadow as your eye primer to make your eyeshadows last a ton longer. And then I'm going to apply the concealer to kind of give me a flawless finish canvas for my eyeshadows. So it's all one color. And then I can blend, and none of my eyelid's going to show through necessarily. I'm also taking the Mary Kay blending sponge and bouncing it onto my eyelid. And then I'm going to set it down with the Mary Kay Translucent Loose Powder. This is a Mary Kay Translucent Loose Powder. I'm going to grab the powder foundation brush made by Mary Kay and apply just a thin layer onto my lid to set this down so I don't get any creases. I usually only do one at a time, simply so I don't already have creases on this eye when I come back to do it. If you have the beauty sponge, just as a tip, you do not use it dry. It is soft enough you can try, but it is to be used wet, so you're gonna put it under your sink, under the faucet, and squeeze it in and out 13 times to make sure it goes to its intended effect. This sponge grows substantially when you fill it with water, because right now it's huge, and it comes in a box that's about this big. So that's pretty cool. You see how much it grows. And now I'm gonna go in with an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna do the 3 eyeshadow look because that's what you'll typically try with me. First off, I'm gonna take the shade Hazelnut, which is one of the shades in the test one, these test samples you try. This shade right here is called Hazelnut, and it's one of my favorite shades for transition. I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna dip into Hazelnut, and I'm going to apply it in kind of a windshield wiper motion back and forth on my transition area. The transition area, or you're using a transition shade, is your crease. So I'm finding my crease, and I'm kind of buffing that into the crease and a little bit up from it. Then I'm gonna do the other side. And I'm just buffing that up towards my brow bone again, in between the crease of my lid and that bone that you feel in your eyelid. Make sure I don't have any harsh lines. I'm gonna buff the edges just so I make sure that it's nice and blended out. These eyeshadows blend quite nicely. I'm going to pick a shade for the outer third of my eye to make my eye pop and to deepen my eye. I think I'm going to use the Mary Kay All Over eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to dip into this brown shade called Mahogany right here. And I'm gonna apply that on the outer third of my eye. It's a very warm brown. There's multiple colors of brown. There's also Hot Fudge, which is a little bit more cold, and then there's espresso, which is a very deep dark brown that's more in the cold side. I'm gonna apply that up by my crease where I put the shade Hazelnut, and then I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and I'm gonna just barely dip into that shade Mahogany, and I'm going to kind of blend it into the outer third of the crease. So I'm not going all the way in, I'm just going on the outer third. Then I'm going to take this pointed brush. This is the Eye Smudger brush by Mary Kay, and I'm gonna dip into that same brown shade called Mahogany, and I'm gonna go on my lower lash line. I'm gonna make sure it's smudged into the corner of my lid and upper lash line. And then I always reevaluate and make sure that my shadows are blended. There's no harsh lines. Both sides are matching up well, and I'm liking how it's looking. Since you usually have about 3 shades, I would use the last shade for the final touches, but sometimes you can add a 4th touch. So I'm gonna take this shade called Biscotti right here. I'm gonna apply that up below my brow. This is gonna give me a natural matte highlight. Some people like to use a shine, like a shimmer highlight up below their brow. If you want it to look a little bit more natural, sometimes you will use a matte highlight, or I would suggest using a highlight that doesn't look too shimmery, because if it looks like there's glitter there, it will look less natural, but if it looks wet, it will look more natural. And then I would take that same shade and apply it to my lid. So I'm going to take Biscotti and apply it on my lid, and this is going to finish off the lid. I mean, it already has concealer, it already has your pigmentation of your eye, or your skin pigmentation color there from the concealer, but I'm gonna add Biscotti and I'm gonna blend it a little bit over that line from Mahogany so they look more blended together instead of a straight line. And then if I was using more shadows than this, I would actually dive into a shimmer shade for the lid, or a transition shade from like a shade that would blend the outer third to here, so it would be like a medium tone shade. So if we want to do that as an example, I will use a shimmer shade. I'm going to take this shade right here. This one's called Rose Gold, and I'm going to take a cream color brush. I'm going to dip into that shade right there. You can use any brush for this. And I'm going to apply that over the line from the outer third and just on like the very middle of my lid. And it's gonna give me this really nice little shine. Sometimes you can use your fingers for this. Take into account that your fingers need to be clean, or else you're gonna add skin oils to your lid. So I'm just applying that over the line, and I'm giving it a nice little transition from dark to light. Also, because it's on the center of my lid, it's gonna catch the light and pop right there. Also, you can opt for an eyeliner. I have eyeliner samples. Clearly, I'm not going to hand you the same eyeliner I hand to someone else. I'm going to hand you an eyeliner sample. So this would be the part where we bust out eyeliner. But today, instead of busting out eyeliner, what I typically do in my appointments is simply add mascara to the effect. Some people don't even wear eyeliner. Some people only wear eyeliner. So it's all catered to what you desire. But I typically do eyeshadow and a little mascara. So we're going to do the mascara next. This is the Mary Kay Lash Love Mascara. So I'm going to also switch up and try another mascara this coming month. This one is almost out, so I'm going to try the Lash Lengthening Mascara to see what I think of it. I love to know all the products so I can really truly give people the best answer when they say, do you like this mascara? What do you think of this mascara? Then I've tried them all and I can give them a real answer. We're going to do mascara now, and then we're going to finish up the face. Typically, when I'm at home, I'll actually do mascara as the very last step, but because I want you to see the eye step, I'm gonna do mascara now, and then we'll do our face. It's best to apply your mascara in coats, because when you apply it in coats, you can actually get the most out of it instead of just really clumping it on there. Then your eyelashes just look fat instead of voluminous. Another quick tip for mascara is that when you apply, if you get any on your lids, or in the surrounding area, just let it dry and then dust it away when you're done, because it will dust away really easily if it's dry. Then you just dust it away. If you dust it away when it's wet, it's going to be all over your face. All right, now we're gonna finish the face. So when you're at a color consultation, if you want the simple look, we'll just do the blush. If you want it all, we'll do blush, contour, highlight, the whole shebang. So next up, I'm going to do a trick that helps you get rid of the bags or any darkness under your eyes. I'm going to take the Mary Kay Under Eye Corrector, and I'm going to put one turn onto my hand. And then I'm going to grab a concealer of my same shade's color, not super, super light, because then you just look ridiculous in pictures. And then I'm going to grab my shade and I'm going to put it next to it. Sometimes I like to add 1 to 2 turns. And then I'm going to take a cream eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take a cream color brush. I'm going to mix them all together onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply that under my eyes. I'm going to sharpen up the edge right here by dragging it up and out. And then sometimes I like to take my blending sponge and just kind of bounce over that to make sure it's all very skin-like finish, instead of any like too thick or any brush strokes being shown. Usually you don't see much for brush strokes. I don't see any right now actually, but I want to make sure it's really skin-like. Man, I look pretty hammered today. I'm sorry, guys. Ooh. Okay, so now you can see how that's done its job. If I see anywhere I want a little bit more, I can dip right back in and continue to add up on it, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it right here where my eye is looking particularly rough today. I think I might have some sinus congestion because I woke up with one heck of a headache this morning. Then I'm gonna set that down with, wow, I just look rough in this lighting, don't I? Well, I'm gonna do my best anyways. Okay, I'm going to set that down with the translucent loose powder. Once again, taking the powder brush that I set my eyelids down, I'm just gonna do just a tiny bit under my lids or under my eyes. You don't want to do too much here because this can dry your skin out. The process of baking that a lot of women do actually prematurely ages you because it's so drying on your face. You really do not want to do it. I'm going to take a little of that and put it on my nose, then onto my chin and under my nose. You can see my nose is a little bit crispy from being out on a boat yesterday. Well, we were out in kayaks. And next, I am going to do the highlight and contour. So I'm going to grab the Mary Kay cheek brush. This brush right here is meant for, I think, up to 3 to 4 purposes. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna place my finger in this little indent right here, and if you guys are in my glamour appointments, you'll be able to do this same process. I'll have brushes clean and ready for you, and you'll dip into the contour, which is this shade. I have 2 shades. I have Latte, and then I have Cocoa for deeper skin tones. Obviously, I'm a white girl, super lack of pigment, so I'm gonna use the shade Latte. I'm gonna go up by my cheek and bring it in just a little bit, making sure that my finger is placed, well, it's at least on this side, but placing right here helps you remember. It's placed this way, and I'm going to drag up and towards my ear. Don't come too far into your face, but because this edge tapers, it's naturally going to taper that edge out, and you don't have this strange look that drags your face down. I'm going to take that now and go under my jawline. This is going to help define your jaw, also bring the color down onto your neck so you don't look like your face is totally different. I'm gonna go onto my forehead now, and I'm gonna place that up by my hairline, and I'm going to blend it in circular motions, or you can go back and forth, it's up to you. I make sure to press it into my hairline, that way you don't have, once again, another goofy line that shows that your makeup is right there. You want it to look as natural as possible. I've done my forehead, and I'm not gonna drag it down here or here because you can see I get natural definition going like this instead of looking like I have a giant 3 on the side of my face, like some people will tell you to do giant 3, but then you turn sideways and it's a 3. So instead, this looks like I have natural definition on my face, and it blends. You don't think I have a giant 3 on the side of my face. Know what I'm saying? So next we're going to go into blush, and I'm gonna take this same brush, and you can wipe it off on your towel, wipe it off on a rag, and I'm gonna dip it into a blush. Today I'm going to use this shade right here. This is called Juicy Peach, and I'm going to tap into that blush just so lightly and apply it onto my cheeks. Blush, a lot of people think blush is like that clown step, or they think it's for little girls, but ironically, blush was actually created to show that your body naturally, when it is, I'm trying to think how to nicely say this. When you, there is no nice way to say this. When you're aroused, your cheeks get red, or your cheeks have a natural flush. So you naturally look more attractive when you have natural flush. It's actually fake flush, obviously, blush. But that's the science behind it, is that you naturally look more attractive because you look like you're mildly flushed. So I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. Then maybe my husband will come home and be like, dang girl, you look fine, and we'll hang out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna switch this brush over. I'm gonna go to this side right here, and I'm going to dip that into the highlight right here. This one, and I believe this one is called, I believe there's 2 highlight shades. This one is glazed. I'm gonna dip in with this side like this, and I'm gonna tap it off. And then I'm going to go from the inside of my cheeks out towards my cheekbones. This helps you give a lit from within glow, instead of just looking like you got a stripe on the side of your face. Like a lot of people in the beauty community, like YouTube style and stuff like that, then they just look like there's a stripe on the side of your face. But if you bring it in and out, you actually make it look like it's a lit within glow. You just look more naturally glowy and naturally beautiful. Then I'm just gonna go ever so lightly on my nose. Just a tiny bit right there. I don't wanna look like I got a stripe on my nose, and I don't wanna look like I got a big boop on the end of my nose. So I'm gonna do a little bit on my lips, right here. Just a little, and then up to you. You can do a little bit on your forehead. I'm gonna go up like this, where the arch, I can feel the bone right there. I'm gonna go up here, and then you can go in if you'd like, but this is a typical one. People do this. Sometimes I'll go brow and then up like this, brow and up like this. That is the face stuff. Now I'm gonna take the translucent loose powder. I'm gonna tap it off into my lid, and I'm going to take the Mary Kay all over powder brush, this giant one right here. I'm gonna dip in there, and I'm going to brush that onto my face to kind of blend and seal in my products. Then I don't have any super harsh lines. It looks blended, it looks nice. I just look like I look that good. My lighting is so rough today. I really apologize. Now we're on to lips. So, unless you really want to try lips, like a lip liner in your appointments, I don't usually jump to this step. I usually just go into the lips. But today I'll show you the lip liner for the sake of showing it. This is the lip liner in the shade Medium Nude. I wanna say there's 6 shades. And these are the nude shades, so I typically demo nude shades. What I love about this lip liner is I could actually smudge it in. Like I can kind of rub it, and it'll begin to blend out. You can see how it's already blending, and now I look like I have that color in my lips. Or I can actually fill in my lip with it, and it'll look like a lipstick. I don't know if you can even hear me while I'm doing this. So instead I can also take it and I can fill in my lip like a lipstick. So now you can see that with this lip liner, now I look like I have big, beautiful, juicy lips. See? Another thing my husband's gonna come say. Dang girl. If I want just lip liner, I can wear just this as my lipstick. And it stays on really nicely. The only thing you want to do is you do want to look in the mirror and make sure it's not totally coming off after you eat. Otherwise, you'll begin to have just a line around your lips, and nobody likes that. You know what I'm saying? But I really like this. So now I'm going to go over it with one of our lipsticks. I love this lipstick. Is the semi-matte lipstick. This is in the shade Rich Truffle, and it is probably one of the most universal and loved shades, but I'm going to actually go in with this shade because I'm feeling like I want some bold lips today. This is in the shade Cien Brulee. I really don't know how to say that. Cien Brulee, something like that. And its packaging is nice and sleek like this. And then I push on the top and it releases the lipstick here. And then I can twist it up and apply my lipstick. In an appointment, typically people will try the lipstick that's already selected for them with the look. But if you want to try a different shade, I'm totally up to that. We'll switch shades. We'll make sure you get to try exactly what you want. And then for good measure, I'm going to do what my mama taught me and go like this. So I make sure I don't get it on my teeth. And then this is the makeup finishing spray, and I love this spray. It's so good. I use this in combination with the Hard Candy Long Wear spray. You can buy that one at Walmart for like $6. But I combined them for my wedding day, and oh man, I looked so good like all day. My makeup lasted longer than it's ever lasted in my life. So I love this spray, and those two together are like a killer combo. So I'm gonna spray my face down. I love some good spray. And I typically have a fan that I turn on, and I like let my clients use the fan and feel this beautiful experience, but my fan's battery just died, so we're not using the fan. Then at the total end of the appointment, we're looking beautiful, we're looking good, we say what we like. So I say, what did you like? What did you enjoy? And you have on your little paper a spot where you can say what you'd like to take home with you today and what is on your wish list. If you put it on your wish list, it means that I know exactly what you like that day, because I have a lot of people say, oh man, what was that thing I tried? I really liked it and I didn't buy it that day. And so I'll be like, oh, let me look. I can go look, I can see what they liked. And so that's what you do that for. Also, it's helpful for the gift giving services that I talked about earlier. So if your husband or your significant other or your best friend, whoever you live with, whoever buys you things normally, wants to buy you a present, I already know what you want because it's on your wish list. So I can be like, oh, hey, they wanted the satin hands set and it's already on the list, and so I can package it up, make it beautiful, and they can buy it and already have your present done. So then after that, you filled all that out, we walk into the bathroom, whoever's bathroom we're at, or if you are doing a virtual appointment, you go to your own bathroom, which you're probably already there. And we bust out the satin hand set and the microdermabrasion set. This is the satin hand set. There is a scrub, a softener, and a lotion. When you do this in a set, you would take, which is, I need to go do this like right afterwards because my hands are so dry from washing them consistently. With, COVID-19 right now, I wash my hands like it's going out of style. And then at my work, one of my other jobs, because I'm crazy, we wiped down stuff for hours and hours and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and my hands have not recovered yet. So this is what I'm gonna do right after this video. You start out and you turn on the water, you get your hands wet, use the softener. This is the Satin Hands Perfecting Softener. This feels really good. It almost feels waxy when it's all over your hands. Then you rinse that and you start with the scrub. This is the Satin Smoothie Refining Shea Scrub. After that, you go to the Nourishing Shea Cream. This is the lotion you finish up with. The whole set is in the white tea and citrus flavoring, so to speak. None of them have like really bad false fragrances. It's all because the products just smell that good. But you can get, I believe you can get fragrance-free versions of these. This white tea and citrus version is really awesome. People love this version. So we would do that for your hands, so your hands are feeling awesome. And then I would test this on either the back of your hand or your elbow. When you see the back of your hand, it shows you how much circulation this creates. And when you do it on your elbow, it shows you how soft that this works. So this is the microdermabrasion set. This is the travel size set. This is the tiny sample size.
The full size is much bigger. This set right here, I would take and we would get our hands wet, and you would scrub either your elbow or the back of your hand with this. This is the scrub. And then once you have scrubbed that all in and you wash it off, you act as if this is a moisturizer, but it's a pore minimizer. It's gonna fill that pore back in, and then you're done. And if you do it on one hand, you can look at the other hand and you can see the increased circulation it's created on your hand. It gives you a new layer of skin. It's increased your blood flow. It just looks awesome. And when you do it on your elbow, you see how soft it is, because oftentimes we totally forget how gross our elbows get so dry and cracky. When you do this on your elbows, you see a magnificent difference. It's awesome. So this is how I usually end the appointment, and then I go to close with my people. Oh gosh, dropping things over. So that was the final step for an appointment if you're here with me. And then all I do after that is we come back, we make sure that you've liked everything we tried. What did you like the most? I usually share a little bit about what I do, and I ask them if they're interested at all in case we want to chat and see if they want to join this business with me. And then I go through a shopping sheet and I see if there's anything that they would like to purchase. It's usually something to this effect. I have them right here. So I can show them the different sets, what you can buy in sets if you don't want to buy one item at a time. If you shop at a set, you obviously save money. I go through these sheets right here. If you buy 3 sets of makeup, you actually get a brush collection for 50% off. And then if you buy any 4 sets of skincare, you get a free roll-up bag to hold all of the skincare and makeup inside it. So there's always a good deal that comes with it. There's always chances for free product, for giveaways, for incentives, half price, all kinds of different things. If you do shop on a set, you always save money than buying it individually, because if you buy every item individually, you will pay more. These are the cards that sit by you while you're at the appointment, and this one shows you different ways to contour and help your eye shape for makeup. This one is showing you the skincare set I usually demo. All right, so that is kind of what I do when I have you come over. I also do bridal looks, and I have been doing free bridal looks for people if they'd like to come and just get snatched up so I can take their picture and put it into my portfolio, because I have done bridal makeup for people when they get married. And also I do like custom looks. So say you want your dream look, you can tell me exactly what you want, and I can either help you do it yourself, or you can book an appointment for me to do it. I do a lot with makeup. I have a YouTube channel, I have a Facebook page, and it's mostly just me trying to shine a light in people's lives, like to have some fun, learn about skincare and beauty. I have all kinds of other videos on my channel, and I just like to get to know people and give them some fun. I mean, life is hard, and why not shine a light when you can? So that's what I do, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You're maybe a little bit less scared to come and hang out with me. I'm just a silly little tiny girl. I'm 5 foot tall, and I'm a bundle of ADD and ADHD energy. So you can come hang out with me, or you can do a virtual appointment if you're afraid of the person-to-person thing, or maybe you just don't want to leave the couch. Maybe you just don't. Maybe it's still quarantine when you're watching this, and you have to do it virtual because that's just how it shakes out right now. So if you would like to book a virtual appointment or a personal appointment, personal appointments please hold for a little while longer until quarantine and COVID-19 things subside a little bit. But I can do virtual appointments like crazy right now. So if you're interested, please message me. You can comment below. You can find me on Facebook, KCJ's Mary Kay, or you can find me on Instagram, KCJPeil More Than Makeup, or you can find me on YouTube, KCJPeil, which you may be watching from YouTube right now, or you can find me, oh my goodness, you can just find me everywhere. Just look KCJPeil up and you'll find me. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have an awesome day. Stay safe and healthy. Bye, guys. All right. Hi, guys. I'm just going to put a little clip onto this video. So this video is actually one of the tools I use to do virtual facials with people. So you can watch a guided one and you don't have to feel self-conscious at all. You literally just going to watch me go through this. We'll still have a relationship because we're going to talk and we're going to text. And then after you watch this video and you've gotten yourself all dolled up, you're going to video call or phone call me, and we're going to do a little follow-up and figure out what you liked, all the good stuff, if you'd like to purchase anything. If not, no worries. If you won the referral game, stuff like that. So make sure that you don't forget to go and call me now at our appointed time so we can chat. And then also make sure to like if you enjoyed your video and subscribe, because then you can see all the extra tips I do on this channel. And if you hit the notification bell, notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, it'll actually alert you every time I upload, and you'll always get my posts. You'll always see what I'm doing, and you'll see all my extra tips. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.